protest, and he never ordered anyone to kill. Also, he challenged the prosecution's attempt to blame him for the death of the ex-presidential aide to former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, questioning the evidence linking IPOB to the incident. So, as we do know, as I said, he said that the reason why he put up the Eastern Security Network was to ensure that they were able to defend themselves and not sit idle while certain elements come and displace the people who originally own the farmlands. Meanwhile, his case had been adjourned by Justice Omotosho, who presided over the case, to May 14, 21 and 22, 2025. So far, the trial has been smooth and flawless. We've not had any incident whatsoever. He's been under proper guard and security, and we can see that they intend to expedite this case and be done with it as soon as possible. And I would say that the situation with Labour Party has not ended. So INEC has re-enlisted Julius Abure as the Labour Party chairman following a court order. No specific order was given, but that's what it is. Now, Julius Abure has been re-enlisted on the INEC website as the Labour Party chair. Checks on the website of the electoral body show that Abure's name has been relisted alongside Umar Farouk Ibrahim, who has also been relisted as the national secretary of the party. INEC stated that the re-enlistment of both leaders was in compliance with an order from the court. The Electoral Commission did not specify the exact basis of its enlistment or of his re-enlistment decision beyond referencing court order. INEC also recognized Samuel Anyanwu as the national secretary of the People's Democratic Party. So you recall that yesterday, the Labour Party, under the leadership of Julius Abure, suspended Alex Otti and others. Then the Nnamdi Usman committee also gave Julius Abure 48 hours to stop parading himself as the INEC chairman. So if this particular situation has occurred by INEC, whereby they have re-enlisted Julius Abure, then what does that mean for the Senator Nnamdi Usman committee? Are they now the illegal ones actually representing Labour Party there? If INEC has re-enlisted Julius Abure on a court order that did not give any specification. So these again are the situations that we're going to be looking into this evening with my analyst. You know how it is, Monday and Thursday is the usual tonic for us here. We'll be hearing some of his unbiased responses to the questions that will be posed at him. Now, the International Monetary Fund, well, Nigeria is off their list of those who are owing them. Nigeria is no longer a debtor of the International Monetary Fund, and a lot of Nigerians are lauding this development. As of 2023, thereabout, IMF debt stood at $1.61 billion, though the repayment plan was initiated by the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and then obviously the debt steadily declined, reaching $472 million as of January 2025, and has now been fully paid off as of May 2025. So Nigerians now ask, where did the money come from? Is it the proceeds of the subsidy removal? Could it be that that's where the money went to offset the debt that Nigerians are owing? And now, as it stands, Nigeria is a debt-free status from the IMF, and as it stands as well, at least no one can put us together as those dependent on the funds of the IMF. This, a lot of Nigerians have said, is commendable, is laudable, and is a very beautiful development. In the process, the Senate passed all of the president's tax reform bills, which were submitted to the lawmakers by the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They passed 2 out of the 4 bills, and the remaining 2 have now been passed today. So a couple of Nigerians are lauding this development and saying that obviously the economy may begin to look well, may begin to look healthy in a very short while. Meanwhile, some top APC chieftains are meeting in Abuja, and they're speaking on leaving the party, especially those that are the supporters of former President Muhammadu Buhari under the forum of the new defunct Congress for Progressive Change. Within the ruling All Progressives Congress, they're planning to withdraw their support for President Bola Tinubu, but they are saying that it is not true as it stands, that they are staying with the president. But then this report is coming out that some factions within the CPC intend to no longer show support to the president, but they haven't indicated what other political party they are going to. Now, the suggestion or speculation actually going around the fray in the political scene is that some of the loyalists to former President Muhammadu Buhari are dissatisfied with President Tinubu, and they're considering a mass exit from the APC. So the group publicly expressed their backing, however, today in a meeting in Abuja, saying that that is not true. And they say it is worth noting that the said meeting included notable figures such as the Katsina State Governor, Dr. Diko Rada, Nigeria State Governor Representative Umar Bago, former Nasarawa State Governor Senator Tanko Omakura. All these individuals were there. And this APC top chieftain said that while individuals have a right to pursue their political ambitions elsewhere, they do not have to do so under the cloak of defunct CPC members. So this particular block was led by former Nasarawa State Governor Tanko Amakura and former Katsina State Governor Aminu Bello Masiri. They met in April 2025, where they reiterated their commitment to the ruling party. So the question is, why call yourself defunct section of the CPC, that is the arm that got up with the ACN, where they formed the APC? So it's a lot that we'll be considering today as well on the evening rush. And like I said, it is quite interesting for us to take note of these conversations. Now, the federal government intend to disburse 15 million naira to the very vulnerable household. And one of the things they said, or one of the reasons they actually put it out there, is the fact that they want to avoid all the bureaucratic bottlenecks that has to do with disbursement of checks, or the protocol that has to do with assenting to funds before the funds are finally released. This is a way of stemming the tide of poverty across the nation. They want to intend that the vulnerable of the very vulnerable have access to funds. Nigerians are saying, how long will this palliative be able to cushion the effect of the poverty already bedeviling the nation in some sectors that you cannot even explain? And how sincere will this particular monies actually be? How would Nigerians see that indeed what's a modus operandi for accountability of the proper disbursement of this fund to those who indeed are intended to actually receive this money initially as stipulated by this particular group of the federal government. Now they're saying that it's an implementation phase of its economic and financial inclusion strategy to improve access to economic opportunities for Nigerians. It's also something that is part of this administration's responsibility, the renewed hope agenda, to tackle poverty and alleviate malnutrition, so we are no longer going to be experiencing that, and provide job opportunities for Nigerians, especially small scale businesses, whichever way they can try to finance those who are into it. That's what this initiative is all about. But that the main reason for this 15 million naira is to unlock the bottlenecks and fast track the distribution of critical financial support to the most vulnerable in Nigeria. I am very vulnerable, like literally very vulnerable. Barrister Darlington, aren't you vulnerable?
I am not.
You're not vulnerable? So you don't need the cash? Really?
Because I know it will not get to me.
No, you can't say that now.
Really?
You can't say that.
Esther.
Sir?
Let the vulnerable get it first.
Let them get it first.
If this money will not end up where the other ones ended up.
Okay. All right. But I need the cash.
Don't worry. Then go and apply. I'll see whether they will give you.
Also, there's a bill to regulate hunters by the Deputy Senate President, that is Senator Badal Jibrin. He said there is an urgent need to regulate hunters' activities across the country. But he cited the Uromi incident whereby some hunters were killed. But he did not cite the fact that, okay, it's because of the prevailing circumstance of herders across the country that actually made what happened in Edo State to happen. He said that if, for example, this bill had been implemented, he did not say specifically this bill is to protect the hunters. He did not say if this bill is to restrict their movement. He did not say if this bill is to ensure that the hunters can go anywhere in the country they feel like going and that they must be protected. But he said that this bill would have been able to regulate the activities of these hunters, and that what happened at Uromi in Edo State wouldn't have happened if this bill had passed and it had become a law. So in other words, he's actually saying that the activities of the hunters needs to be regulated, that hunters all over the world, it's not a peculiar or isolated incident. Hunters are allowed to navigate anywhere in the world so long as they take about their responsibilities, they are guided, nobody distracts or disturbs them. And he's saying that the way these hunters go about it, for example, is that from the north, according to what he said from the north, they are professional and traditional hunters. They have them all over the northern part of the country. They go from place to place to hunt. Once they're able to get animals, they bring them back and sell them. That's what the Deputy Senate President said. So, in the same vein as well, the Kano State government has decided to ban live political broadcast. The Kano State government introduced a set of strict media regulations which is aimed at reshaping the tone and nature of broadcast content within the state. The announcement was made through a formal statement signed by Director of Special Duties at the Ministry of Information and Internal Affairs. According to what the whole situation is all about, the meeting was described as a platform to reinforce ethical journalism, promote mutual respect, strengthen collaboration between the media and government, with also applauding broadcasters in their efforts to reducing unethical content and curbing abusive language in public discourse. And he said that the intention of his government is not to suppress the voices, but to ensure that public communication aligns with the values and traditions of the people. In fact, he disclosed that a complete ban has been placed on all live political broadcast, and media hosts are now barred from posing questions or using gestures that might be perceived as tarnishing the state's image. So these are some of the top stories or top trending stories we'll look into today, and Barrister Darlington will be speaking on some of them. Barrister Darlington, good evening, and thank you for joining us this evening.
Yeah, it's that.
Thank you for joining us on the Evening Rush. Barrister Darlington, let's quickly look at what is going on with the Labour Party. What does this stipulate for Alex Otti, Peter Obi, the 25 committee members, including Senator Nnamdi Usman and Ireti Kingibe?
Esther, you see this Labour Party matter. I am not convinced that something is wrong somewhere.
Okay.
You know, initially I was thinking maybe the usual party skirmishes, disagreement and all that. But from what is going on now, and I believe that there's a hand somewhere pulling the strings. If not, the Supreme Court judgment was very clear. Very clear. The court said that both the Federal High Court and the Appeal Court were wrong in validating Abure as the chairman of the party. I mean, what is confusing here? So, on what basis will now INEC now reinstate
Julius
Abure as the chairman of the party? And which court order are they following? Which court order? So you can see that people are just playing mischief with Labour Party. Unfortunately, and I said, it is because of the personalities, the leadership of the party want to follow due process and do things the normal way. If Obi were to be a very violent character, a very intimidating character, some of these characters that are disturbing that party, they would have disappeared from this country. I'm not joking, because that is what they normally do. You know, when they want to have their way and there is somebody disturbing them and all that, the court have ruled and you are still causing problem. One day we just hear that the person is no longer around, and that's the end of the matter, and you won't know what happened. Because I remember when in 2006 Funshaw William was become, in fact they had already won the election before 2007. He was so popular. Is that not true? Funshaw William was all over the place because he left a particular party when they could not accommodate him. He went to another party where even with that he became more popular. Lagosian said they want him. All of a sudden, what happened to that man? And the rest is history. But I implore people to be not to follow that route. Whatever goes up must come down. Let them continue to do what they do. The onus is on the public, on the Nigerian public. The ball is in their court. If they want to continue with what is going on, no problem. But if they want to choose the person that will help us out of the wood, if they want to help, if they want to do the needful so that Nigeria can have clean government for once, I mean decent government, devoid of all these evil characteristics, all this brigandage, all this violence, devoid of all this high level corruption, then they know what to do in 2027. We now know that somebody is playing pranks with Labour Party. Right now, I am beginning to think that P2B should be thinking of another alternative, because that Labour Party is becoming too toxic
But you said the other time when we're here that, oh, no matter what, Peter Obi should stay in Labour Party or whatnot. When a lot of Nigerians were saying, you know what, that Labour Party is something else. Peter should leave. Peter should whatever. So which is it now that is glaring to you that it is toxic?
Yeah, because I was basing my fact on Supreme Court judgments.
On Supreme Court judgment?
Yeah,
even despite the Supreme Court judgment, and Julius Abure was still touting himself as the chairman.
I never believed that Abure would not be relisted by INEC. I was telling you that INEC will not recognize Abure. I told you that.
But now your prophecy did not work.
Not that it's not that is not the truth. The Supreme Court judgment is still there. It's just that somebody decided to play the mischief. Yeah.
So if Supreme Court if Supreme Court gave judgment, which court order is this one? Court order from when?
Good.
From heaven?
I'm telling you. So
there's another court order that can supersede that of the Supreme Court.
I'm telling you. So since we are not sure or we don't know what they are talking about, the best thing is to move on. I'm telling you, yes, because I was never wrong. It's just that somebody decided to play mischief, and that person is being aided and abetted by somebody who is often more powerful. Alex Oti is talking of going to report to the IG to arrest Abure for impersonation. Now that the INEC have listed him as the chairman of the party, which other impersonation are you talking about? You can see. So I was never wrong. It's just that somebody decided to commit illegality in an effort to have his way. There's no problem. Peter Obi, your obedient movement is still intact, and they have sworn to follow you wherever you are going.
But was it not obvious? Because earlier this year, I think I even have some of the recordings of Arabambi saying that we've been able to resolve. I was with Peter Obi the other day. We're giving him automatic ticket for 2027, even Nnamdi Apapa and everything. And then all of a sudden, Arabambi is saying in a Monitor television program that that's the publicity secretary. He actually critiqued the party's handling of the 2023 general elections. He revealed that the party recorded 0 votes in 54,000 polling units. He accused key figures within the party of attempting to deflect blame onto the judiciary, and that INEC, while stating the party's failure to pay its agents, even as its former presidential candidate Peter Obi made large donations elsewhere. He said Peter Obi was making donations in other places but couldn't even pay party agents to help them monitor electoral votes and all that. That possibly Peter Obi's priority was misprioritized.
No, that's not true. That is not. The people volunteered on their own. In fact, most places where agents, we are working for a Labour Party, they did it on their own. Remember that during the campaign, all the places Peter Obi went to, it was community and party efforts. No, Peter Obi did not give money for anybody to know. Wherever Peter Obi is, it is the Labour Party members and the Bidemu within that area that will organize it. That was how he ran his campaign. Everybody saw it, everybody knew it. So for him to come out now and be speaking from both sides of his mouth, my dear, at times doing this job is not easy, because you need to be accurate in order not to misinform your listeners. I told you here that, look, with the Supreme Court judgment, Peter Obi should stay and sweat it out. But with what is going on now, I mean, it's no longer tenable. You can see, it's no longer tenable, because the INEC did not tell us which court order they are obeying. When the Supreme Court judgment is very clear, the court made it clear, page 46 to 48. I told you here that in any court judgment, you always find the final decision in the last 2 pages. You find it there. Between that 46 and 47, the court made it clear that, look, it was wrong for both the Federal High Court and the Appeal Court to validate Abure as the chairman of that party. Very clearly written. So with that, what other interpretation do you want to put to it? They should start writing it like kindergarten, so that you will understand. I don't know. When they say it is wrong, is it not the Supreme Court that will validate it? Remember that these are party matters, and the court are not supposed to interfere according to them. But illegality has been committed. Your term have expired. You went to Nnewi to conduct an illegal election without stakeholders, without INEC presence and all that, without even the press. and you are telling me that people should validate it and accept it. Is that not why what the other people took to court, and the court said no, it's not true, it's wrong, he's not supposed to be the chairman of that party? So what other interpretation were these people expecting from the court when they know they are committed illegality? You can see.
But for Arabambi now, I don't understand this man. He's been now. Wow.
My dear, don't mad yourself. You see,
now,
listen,
wow.
Look, Esther, listen very well. Listen.
No, because I saw this man in the live broadcast 2 months ago.
Tomorrow he will say another one.
Where he was supporting and say, okay, Peter Obi, this one party issues are normal and everything. Now he's now saying that the issue with Labour Party, that they should not blame INEC, they should not blame APC, they should not blame anybody, that it was an internal problem. He said Labour Party struggles during the elections were a result of internal mismanagement rather than external interference. He explained that the party failed to upload 54,000 polling unit results. He said nobody rigged Labour Party, not APC, that they failed to account for votes in 54,000 polling units. That's failure. That's what he said. He said that he revealed that while Obi's trusted team was expected to support the party's effort, that they failed to properly manage key responsibilities, notably the critical task of ensuring polling unit agents were present and adequately compensated. So if Arabambi is now saying this, after the Supreme Court gave its ruling, who did they pass through to get a court order? And why is INEC not telling us what the specific reason was that the court order came up for them to re-enlist Julius Abure?
So you see now, you can see what we are talking about. So illegality is being committed here. But
so are we saying that the legal team of INEC did not look at the CTC judgment presented to them by Alex Oti, Nnamdi Usman, as well as Peter Obi? Because I remember Julius Abure was denigrating Alex Oti for going himself to INEC office to present that CTC.
Esther, when you are in the good book of the Godfather, you can get away with anything. Don't deceive yourself.
I don't understand.
I said tomorrow you hear another story from these same people who are talking from both sides of their mouth. The question now is, who gave INEC that order to release Julius Abure as the chairman of Labour Party? Where did that order come from? Because they said the court order. Which court order? Which court order? So it may be court ordered by an individual, not even the court, because the Supreme Court have made their ruling, and that is it. Every other thing now is neither here nor there. So I will advise Obi, because they want him to turn violence, and maybe when they are holding meeting, somebody will come and say, "What are you people doing here?" And then they will be beaten and all that. No, it should not resort to that. It is left for Nigerians to now see what is going on. That people want to hijack power by force. They are doing everything. Campaign have not been officially opened by INEC, but they are campaigning already. Let them see one picture of P2B somewhere. They will go after him, arrest him, and say, "Why are you campaigning when campaign have not started?" Meanwhile, somebody have started his own all over Nigeria, all over. All over, they have started already. Is that not going against the electoral law? No, that one is not a crime. It's not an offense. So, my dear, I told you in the morning that I fear for what is coming. Seriously. All because of what? Power. I fear for what is coming. The worst is that one young man have joined in the fray.
Who is the young man?
Who's the young man? Sheyi Tinubu.
How? Were
you not? Did you not play some this thing yesterday? Yeah. What happened with the Nance?
No, the guy has retracted his statement, but what? Based on what Sahara report is saying, that it was under duress, that he first was taken to the hospital. Okay. They forced him to make that announcement, and he retracted his statement. Good. But the even question is, why is Sheyi Tinubu in charge of a section of NANS? Why does he have a support base in NANS? What I told you here, that it is getting tougher now, all because of what? Power. And Nigerians are watching. Why their country, why their politics is being destroyed by two human beings, like father, like son. Look at it. What concerns Sheyi Tinubu with the Nance election and all that? What concerns him? Why must his name be mentioned here? And DSS are now taking orders from him. DSS.
He's taking orders from him.
No, he will have some DSS operatives attached to him for security now. He's the first son of the country, the president's son.
Okay, how about the first dog?
Who's first dog?
What about first dog, first cat, first fowl?
Marisa,
I don't
understand.
Who are protecting those ones? No, that must be in our first building, first car, first whatever. Everything must be first now. Under this, we are seeing all this one now. Ali Buhari with all his infamy, we didn't hear this from his son. We didn't. Did we? We didn't hear this from Buhari's son, even though he's a grown young man. You can imagine that things are getting worse, and yet they are promising us a paradise. What if that young man died in that hospital now from the injury they gave him, and you now come and talk from both sides of your mouth? All because of what? Power. Are you serious? Can you be more powerful than the King Nebuchadnezzar or this other man, Adolf Hitler or Mobutu Sese Seko? You cannot. But where are those people today? History.
All right, Barrister Darlington, let's move on. What would you advise Peter Obi to do, the Nnamdi Usman to do? Because yesterday, Julius Abure's faction of the Labour Party sanctioned, or rather suspended, Governor Alex Otti, meaning that for now he's under suspension from the party and others. So if INEC has re-enlisted Julius Abure as a Labour Party chair, it means that Julius Abure stands as the authentic chairman of the Labour Party. Any other committee is not recognized. So that suspension is valid. So where does that place Peter Obi, Alex Otti and Nnamdi Usman? Are they now partyless?
Of course, they have to move on. No, that's the meaning. Because
move on to which political party then?
There are so many. There's nothing without a solution now. After all,
I want to know in the SDP you have a lot of political contenders.
No, it doesn't have to be existing party.
A new political party. Look, would they have to wait till December?
No, hold on. You don't know what they are thinking about. Hold on. APC was formed in 2013.
Okay.
In 2015, they won election. Is that not true? The same thing could happen here. Now, let me tell you, the fear is that with APC and the structure and the power they have and the money they have, nobody cannot see them. No, you cannot defeat the people's power. Esther, if the people are behind you, no power on earth can defeat you. Mark my word. So, Peter Obi, you can take advantage of the obedient movement and the well-meaning Nigerians who want a genuine change. Go and talk to them. They will listen to you. They will follow you. I'm not joking. That is the only way to beat these people. Leave all this shenanigans. When the chiefs are done, you discover that they are nothing. They are neither here nor there.
But some people think that any political party that is not the APC, moles are planted, certain persons are put in there to destroy the party before it kicks off. And that's why it feels like there's no political party strong enough against the APC, which could give them a sweep clean in 2027. So if you put all of that as a political strategy and an intelligent political strategy, as some persons are trying to, put it together or itemize it, then are we saying that in the opposition there are no intelligent strategic opposition members that can actually possibly, have an antidote to whatever it is that is speculating this political parties that seems they're neutralizing, defecting to the APC in droves?
They have done all these things, all these mode they are planting just to cause an internal crisis and.
But the APC is claiming that they're not responsible for anything. That the party is attractive enough to naturally want to, endear people to come and be part of the party because they're organized.
Even the devil, even Satan. If you read the sorrows of, he will tell you that I'm not even responsible for what is going on. God, why are you, your people, your children? Whenever they commit, they'll be calling me. What did I do wrong? So nobody accepts that he's the wrong person here. Nobody. Okay. So when you say APC said that, but from all indication, from what you are seeing, from what happened in Edo State gubernatorial election, can you now say that APC is not responsible for most of this? You see, that is why I have been warning Nigerians here. There are some mistakes you cannot correct, so don't make it. Esther, it pains me so much that we shouted here for Nigerians to be careful. in what they want to go into. Nobody listen to us. There are mistakes you will make. You cannot correct it. It will go with you. I'm not joking. Go and ask Esau. When he sold his birthright for a plate of food, did he collect it back? Till today, his destiny was cut off. We now hear God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You can imagine. For a plate of food, though, you sold your right. I want Nigeria. It's very painful. Each time I remember this and I say, you know what? At the time I said, if I have my way, I will break the head of Nigeria and put something, put some wood so that they will see the bigger picture. Esther said it here, but nobody listen. Look at it. Look at where we are going now. Look at the democracy we were enjoying yesterday. Look at how everything has just fizzled away. We don't even know where we are now. To the extent that things are going haywire.
All right, Barrister Darlington.
So at the end of the day, the question for me and you is, where are we going? Can Nigeria survive this type of onslaught against our institution, against our democracy, against our electoral system? Can we survive it? Don't you know? Can't you see where we are going? That this may cause a bigger problem if care is not taken. You want to turn Nigeria into a one-party state, by force, through underhand dealing, through arm twisting. And you are telling me that there will be success at the end of the day, that there will be progress at the end of the day. My dear, it can never happen. This crisis that they are trying to create in Nigeria now, I hope all of us will wait here to sweat it out, because I know it will turn into something else. It can never turn out good. It has never happened anywhere in the world. Go and tell me the history of where this type of thing brought good things, good tidings. Now that this thing is going on now, people will not rise up and checkmate it. It is when the horse has escaped, you now start, let us close this door before this horse will escape. Which horse? The horse that has gone miles away, and you want to close the barn door. Nobody will listen now. Esther, you can see how they are trying to make you believe that APC is attractive. That's all of us are going there.
No, it's not about making believe. They're just literally saying those who are arguing that the APC are the ones destroying or neutralizing the effect of the opposition political parties. That that's not what they don't have any hand in it.
I know
that the party literally is attractive to elicit people to want to be part of them.
The people that believe them and they are deferring to them, on what ground are you doing that? Esther, imagine if PDP have used their power, their financial strength when they were in office to now suppress APC. Do you think we'll have APC today? Even their leader that committed all manner of criminality before they even formed that party, all of them supposed to be in jail, but PDP gave them a soft landing. Remember when Dokpesi AIT brought out a documentary on the lion of Bodilon, a documentary where they read out what some of their leaders represent and what they have done. What did they do? They went to court to stop them from airing it. When they brought out the essential Buhari and read out all the Buhari part, all those things, are they not supposed to go and answer for them in court? But PDP allowed them. Esther, PDP allowed them to exist, was even protecting them, just to grow this democracy, to grow it. Now they have entered office, they want to eat everybody. They are turned into a monster that want to, in fact, devour everybody on their way. Is that how to grow a country? Is that, where do you think we are going? All the people that kept quiet now, I hope tomorrow you not come and say, we thought they will change. We thought what they told us. You will not see clearly now. You will not see. You think this thing you will escape it, Abi? Don't worry yourself. By the time they get what they want, did you believe that a Seyi Tinubu will turn into what he is now? A young man. Look at what he has turned into. Look at what he's doing. A young man that is growing up.
He's growing up.
Has he grown up? No, has he grown up?
For instance.
Has he grown up?
Say that he's growing up.
Look at how he has started his own political career. Tomorrow now he will start to be president of this country. And this thing he's doing now, everybody will forget about it. And you say he has changed, he will be a good president.
All right, let's look at a situation where you know that the Nigerian government has come out to tell us that the president's administration has cleared the IMF debt, but the data shows that 274 billion naira still owed in charges. The most recent data published by the International Monetary Fund shows that Nigeria owes a total of 125.99 million, which represents charges and interest on loans it has drawn. All right, now SDR means special drawing rights. It refers to a form of currency used to value funds borrowed by different beneficiary countries by the IMF. So according to the currency exchange platform XE, each SDR unit was worth 2,180 naira at the time of this particular report. But based on the latest update from the IMF, which was published on April 30, 2025, Nigeria is expected to pay 22.35 million SDR. That is 22.35 special drawing rights, 22.35 million special drawing right charges and in interest. So if that is the case, for example, why did the government come out to tell us that they've cleared the debt this month? Because for 2026 and 2027, the figure is projected to remain steady at 25.91 million SDR. And in 2028, the amount rises slightly to 25.92 million SDR before dipping marginally to 25.90 million SDR in 2029. So in total, Nigeria's outstanding charges and interest to the IMF amounts to 125.99 million SDR at an exchange rate of 2,180 naira per special drawing right based on XE currency conversion. This translates to approximately 274.66 billion naira.
Esther, they told you about IMF. Are they the only one you are owing? Is it not IMF we are talking about here? Is IMF the only institution you are owing money? Please answer me. You can see mediocrity. These people, the way they hype a non-existent achievement, you wonder whether they think that they are ruling a class of foolish people. Look at how they are putting it. Nigeria is no longer owing IMF. As if the IMF is the only body you are owing. How about World Bank? How about China? How about other institutions? Can you just imagine deceit of the highest order?
So but Barrister, the thing is that as of 30th of April, right? IMF data confirms that Nigeria has met its scheduled principal repayments, but still owes 125.99 million SDR in charges and interest. If you cite data from the Central Bank of Nigeria based on its 2024 financial year report, so the fact is, the report reveals that the country's debt burden to the International Monetary Fund increased by 2.5 trillion naira by the end of December 2024, primarily due to foreign exchange losses. So if there are still some monies to be paid, why make it seem like everything is already cleared?
That is what I'm telling you here. Let us even leave IMF, that they have made some payments.
No, but that's what the administration is coming to say. You know what, we're doing okay. We are fine. This is what the president is doing. We can no longer be owing. So this is part of the administration's efforts in clearing out the debts that they have accrued since possibly 2020.
Yes. Okay. Fine. Other institutions we are owing, how much is there?
It's one by one now. 1, 2, 3.
Then why are you celebrating? It's like
it's a feat now. I mean, the previous administration couldn't do that, and they did it in just 2 years. Please. Wouldn't you say it at least is a marginal feat?
Esther, please.
Please, what, sir?
Under Obasanjo, he cleared our debt, true of us. Under Jonathan, he never borrowed any money. So those ones are not fit, Abi. Hold on, though. What do you want me to celebrate here? You set your house on fire, and you now discover that, where will I stay? Oh? You now run back and put off the fire, and you want me to clap for you that you have performed a feat. Who set the house on fire in the first place? No, tell me. That's what they are doing here. No, who incurred all these debts? Was it me?
Pastor Darlington, do you think that Nigerians are hopelessly waiting on God? Do you think Nigerians are hopelessly waiting on God?
The way it is, that is it. Oh, the way it is.
But how are we hopelessly waiting on God?
That is why.
Okay, what other action do you want us to do? We talk about these issues most of the time. What other action does anyone want Nigerians to do? If you have people who are emotionally handicapped and mentally chainsawed, and vices caused it, vices implemented by the government, in what other way do you want to break them from that chain?
Really? Are you serious? So you mean people are so stupid that they don't want to...
No, not stupidity. I'm saying if they're emotionally handicapped, you've handicapped them emotionally, you psychologically padlock them. It almost feels like there is they want to move but they cannot move. Something that seems to be unseen is keeping them in this on the same spot. So how do you remove that fear in them to say, you know what, collectively we can make change happen?
Esther, when the Israelites got tired of staying in Egypt, they went to the Wailing Wall and they were wailing until God answered their prayer, and then Moses showed up, and the rest is history. Nigerians have not reached that stage. They are still battling with ethnic and religious sentiment. That is what is beclouding their vision. The moment you remove this thing from their vision, they will see tomorrow. They will know that it is their own future and the future of their children that we are talking about here. That these people they are supporting, a time will come, they won't even give them crumbs from the master table. Maybe that by that time their eye will clear. And I pray it will not be too late. I'm not joking. Look at them now. All of them that supported in 2023. Do they know them? Have any of them visited Abuja? Not to talk of visiting Aso Rock. No, tell me, have any of them visited Abuja? Not to talk of Aso Rock, to go and say, Baba, awala ba yin dibo, awala se ise yen be yen o, kiniko. Does he know you? He's waiting for 27. He will still use you again. And that's it. After using you, he'll use your children. And the beat goes on. So he never reached. When he got to that point, they will say, I said the day a madman realized that he's naked, that day his madness will stop. As for me, I have already, in fact, a man that is on the ground, he need no fault. We have not been here in government. So
for the 8 years of the previous administration, they kept on borrowing and borrowing, and there were never plans to repay those funds. And the president came, and in just 2 years, he's been able to at least do an initial principal repayment. And you don't consider it a significant feat?
Esther, let them tell me that they have cleared our debt like Obasanjo did.
It's not magic now. It's not something that can be done in just 2 years. In May 29, he'll be 2 years.
Esther, please, who incurred the debt? If you are paying the debt I incurred, I will say yes. So I follow chop money. You chop money, they say come and pay. If you pay the money you chop, what is my own, dear Esther? I don't understand you.
Now the previous government collect money now.
They collected it. It's APC government. Don't go there.
So you are transferring the issue of the previous government to this one.
No, it is APC government. I don't give you two
examples. What if the previous government refused to take advice from some party members or even from the president at the time?
They should bear the brunt and leave Nigerians alone. After all, if you even go by record, we are the one that pay this debt now. Even though they incur all the money, all the taxes that they are taking from us, where do you think it's going to? The fuel subsidy they remove, where is the money going to?
Maybe that's part of where the money is going.
The extortion they are collecting from you from NEPA, where is it going to? Esther, answer me. You are not talking. So what are you saying? Please don't go there. They incurred the debt. If they pay it, I will not clap for them. I will not celebrate them. They incurred it. We were here when it was going on and we are shouting. Nobody paid attention. Now that every Nigeria is paying it, maybe your eye don't open now. When we are telling you something, you think that we are talking too much. Who is paying the debt now? Is it not you? No, tell me that Tinubu paid that debt with his own money. Tell me. So that I will now say yes, it's true. Look at the money that they frittered away, especially Buhari. We are now paying for it. With nothing to show for nothing. And we are talking of just one institution out of many. The Chinese one, have you paid?
There's an agreement as to and stipulation and duration of payments.
I trust China. They will start seizing. In fact, at a point they will start seizing your officials wherever they don't adopt them and say stay here until your people pay me my money. Wow. If they don't have access to hold on to, is it not China? You can't even face them when it comes to war. So you just comply. Whatever they tell you, do it. Have you paid all those ones? You just paid one and you want me to be clapping. What are you talking about? And if this money was paid from prudent management of our resources, I would say fine. Esther, I told you here, use your laptop there. Do the calculation on how much they are making from fuel subsidy removal. Don't use your phone, no, because that phone will protest. If the figure come out, it will protest. So why not calculate it and see how much this government is made that nobody is accounting?
How would the phone?
Ordinary. Why this man they put in River State yesterday? The National Assembly called it. Come and account for the money you collected.
About 400 billion.
Just yesterday.
Personality.
You are talking now.
Money did this country life.
Just yesterday, it never reached 1 year. The man could not even answer anybody.
Okay.
He couldn't answer anybody, and that was one of the things that accused Fubara of doing. That he was running the budget on his own. This one now, who is he running the budget with? Who is he running the budget with? He has even proposed another budget that you, my dear, we are in a very deep mess. It's just that most Nigerians don't know what is going on. In fact, it embarrasses me that we come here every day, tell Nigerians this is the way to go. They won't even pay attention.
Who says they're not paying attention? What do you want them? Get your hand. What do you want them to do?
Ethnic and religious sentiment is covering their eyes.
Okay, unless that's
no, it will open one day. Are we not here? Esther, it will open one day. And I thank God I have been vindicated. This thing that is covering their eye, it will open one day. They now know what is going on. Let them continue to support what is not good. By the time they woke up and discovered that they can't even afford a loaf of bread. Oh God Almighty. You are talking of rice and all this thing. Don't worry yourself. Don't worry. It will get to a point they will say, we didn't know that this is like this. So you didn't know, Abi? You didn't know. They say what an elder sees.
We have more topics to cover and very few time because people need to react. We need to take phone calls. Today, Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court. His countenance was calm, cool, collected. He was centered, and the cross-examination continued. Still, the prosecuting counsel, that's the federal government, through Awomolo, who is their legal representative, did the cross-examination with one of the DSS witnesses. Now, that DSS witness said that they presented videos and documents they claimed they linked it to Kanu inciting violence, destruction of public property, formation of the Eastern Security Network, but Kanu maintained that the ESN was set up solely for the protection of local communities from external threats like the Fulani terrorist. Also, he said that beyond the protection of that, the attacks on public institutions, which included INEC officers, killing of political figures, Kanu denied any direct connection, reiterating that IPOP's philosophy is of non-violence. Also, the DSS attributed to the burning of buses in Lagos, some properties and some buildings and all whatnot to Nnamdi Kanu's broadcasts, and Nnamdi Kanu said he never ever asked anyone to kill anybody, that Lagos state is not a Biafran state, so there is no how he will ask anybody to go destroy any property or do anything that would jeopardize the serenity of people who live in Lagos. He distanced himself from the supposed proposed killings of the statement that he said was made to kill the president now and Nyesom Wike. So, do you think this will be, because right now his case has been postponed to May 14? So how come they're trying to ascribe? Because I remember after the End SARS protest in 2020, if you were part of the protest, or if you had gone on the field, I went on the field to report. I was with a different media organization then, and I was at the Lekki toll gate. And regardless of tribe or religion, a lot of different ethnic groups were in that particular ground, protesting. We covered that protest live. We did interviews. We even asked about their state of origin, where they come from, and all whatnot. So there was a composition of different ethnic groups. Why did they now term it the Igbo and SARS protest? How did it become an ethnic thing?
Esther, I am surprised you're asking this question. No. So
why?
You don't know that if anything bad happened in Nigeria today, is an Igbo man?
No, you can't say that.
You
can't say that because,
really?
for example,
Okay.
what transpired then was it was a collective. Policemen were killed in Lagos. and they were not by other tribes. There were even some. They were by tribes of this particular states. That's the of the southwest zone. So how do you call the NSAS protest that was a collective, will I say, effort of the Nigerian people to call out the malhandling and the unconstitutional practices of SARS to an Igbo situation? How?
Even the one that happened in Unuromi recently, didn't you see how they said it was the Igbos?
No, it was just the making of some evil persons. It was not. It wasn't.
Okay, this one now that they're making is made by good men, Abi.
No, they're linking the broadcast to the burning of those properties. The broadcast that Nnamdi made at that time, and if you recall as well, that was when some warehouses were discovered where COVID-19 palliatives were saved.
Yes.
So that was when I remember. That was when those broadcasts, whatever of his, were circulating and all of that. So he said he never told anybody to kill anyone. But the thing is, if somebody tells you to put your hand inside fire and you know that, you say you regard that person as a leader, would you go and put your hand inside fire when you know you will get hurt?
Now listen very well, Esther. You see, in a situation like this, what they are looking for now is evidence that is not there. All these things under the law, it does not hold water.
Are you sure?
I said it does not, because
if they played recordings where he made all those statements,
all those things, there is nobody that can come out and say, yes, I did what I did because Nnamdi says. Even if you say so, that means you have even implicated yourself. Yes. I mean, you cannot be exonerated. Anybody that come to say, yes, Nnamdi statement made him to do what he did, that person should be brought in to face charges too. Abi? You accepted that you carried out this thing because Nnamdi says so. On what ground? Did he put gun on your head and say, go and do this thing for me? So how come all the Igbo did not follow what Nnamdi said? If he at all he said such a thing. You can imagine. So these other people who have been making statements and all that, how many people follow them? My dear, forget that thing. They are just looking for what to say. That he made a broadcast. Are you serious? What's the name? Kayode Fayemi, former Ekiti governor. He was running a Radio Kudirat in the same London under Abacha. We heard all the things he said and all that. So what happened to those ones?
But did they go about destroying? Did any incident occur after what was said on that broadcast?
There was rioting and all. You know what happened with Nadeko and all that. You saw what they did in Lagos here. All the rioting. Every day OPC and the Hausas are fighting either at Idi Araba or Yaba or even in Imushi. All those ones, they are not a problem, Esther. They are not. Just recently, Abiola's wife Onitiri took over government from Ibadan here, Oyo State, and carried out a coup with his fellow rascals, and policemen were shot. Esther, up to today, have you heard or seen where they are judging that matter?
Maybe they are still in custody.
Hold on. Have you heard or seen? Because you cannot be trying such a matter in secrecy. The press would have seen it. Judicial correspondent would have seen where the matter is being tried. Have you heard or seen such a thing anywhere in Nigeria? The answer is capital no. So this other one now, Nnamdi made a statement and all that. You know that in this age of technology, anybody can be projected with AI and all this new technology. Esther, I can recreate you somewhere and put words in your mouth and you'll be talking.
Okay, Barrister Darlington.
Is that not true?
Barrister Darlington. Let's
the question is action. Who are the people that carried out this action? Where are they? So these other people that are killing Nigeria all over the place, it wasn't Nnamdi Kanu, or those ones, they don't matter. That they even done worse thing than what they said Nnamdi Kanu did. Those ones now, who told them to be killing people all over the place?
That's another area of interest, I think, that needs to be looked into, because it's terrible.
I'm talking of the one you can see with your physical eye, not that somebody made a broadcast somewhere. You can see these people and what they are doing. Yet nothing was said, nothing was done. Nobody ran them in to prosecute them. You are talking of broadcasts that you can stay imagine anywhere with the new technology. Please.
All right, Barrister Darlington, let's come back to people whom we think can, inoculate the desired change in leadership. Now, for example, with what happened in Labour Party today, and INEC re-enlisting Julius Abure. A lot of political bigwigs are now coming out to mock Peter Obi, for example. One of such persons is the Senate President. He said that for a man who wants to run Nigeria, you have one of the smallest parties in Nigeria. You cannot even resolve the crisis in that party, which is the Labour Party. Is the crisis of Boko Haram you want to come and resolve in Nigeria when you've not been able to resolve the situation in Labour Party? So at what point should Peter Obi speak up? And is it possible that maybe he's not going again in 2027? But if he's going again in 2027, he's been standing as a lone political voice against the policies of this government that he considers to be anti-people and does not resonate with the general interests of Nigeria. But if this platform that actually was a top platform in 2023, despite the financial value that the APC had and even the PDP, then where does he stand?
Esther, listen very well. Anybody that is mocking P2B does not know the value of peace.
Boala has mocked. Some of the aides have mocked. Reno Mokra have mocked. Akpabio is mocking. Julius has mocked. In fact, Araba and B is been organizing press conferences, joining interviews lately, saying that the Labour Party, the people that made the Labour Party lose were Alex Oti and Peter Obi, and he's also been making such derogatory utterances as well.
Let me tell you something. You see, people don't learn. I think history is there to teach you a lesson. When Jesus Christ came on this earth to liberate his people, they thought that he was coming with armored car, gun, and everything to come and kill all the Roman overlords, disturbing them. But the man, he came preaching peace. That's why they did not believe in him. He came preaching peace so that people will live happily and all that. But they didn't want him. That was why they did not believe that he's the Messiah, and they killed him. Today now, Esther,
sir,
the region he came from, are they not seeking for peace? Have they found peace? So are they slept with their two eyes closed since that time till now? You can see human beings. So you believe that except a man is that intimidating, that rough and all that, in order to achieve something, therefore that person is a powerful man. A man who wants to do things through due diligence, through rule of law, through decent means, that person is not good. That person, Kojasi, Iwolo Jasi Abi. Continue with your violence now. Let's see how far.
No, you said that person Kojasi.
That you know Sabi.
Okay.
You know Sabi. They will tell you don't know anything. You be mumu. So Peter Obi that turned to mumu now. This was a man who was the chairman of a bank in the UK for 20 years without any blemish. Are you telling me that if Peter Obi had committed anything in UK, he'll be going there like he's going to his church and all that? Those ones, it is not. In fact, it cannot be counted as value. What should have been a value is that if Peter Obi have had talks, all those boys looking for whom to maul down, so that all these people disturbing the Labour Party, by now all of them would have disappeared. They will say, yes, Peter Obi is a strong man. He's a strong man of that party. Yes, look at all the people, how he silenced all of them. Today, nobody can disturb him. In fact, he's the real man. In America and UK, that has a peaceful democracy, please, are you better than them with your brigandage and violence? Where are you? Peter Obi, don't listen to them. Anybody that wants to go with violence, let them continue. They will get. Yes, now. That's the way to answer these people, because they think that when they say Peter Obi, it's true. I need to wake up. Arabambi, you and Abure, you will see whom I am. You want to test my this in Abi? You have a party where you don't have BO, no advisor. It's only National Working Committee, and those people, they don't even have a man. It is only you who decide who will live and who will die. Is that a party?
But is that a party? Peter Obi don't hear him. Don't hear him.
Esther.
Sure, just talk. Say you don't slam him over the 2012 protest. He said that based on Obi's remarks very recently, he's wondering. He said wondering why those who protested under Jonathan are silent. Remember yesterday, that's what Peter Obi asked her. Those that went for the Occupy Nigeria protest, why are they silent? Are they dead? Well, Sure, who is a key key figure, accused Obi of attempting to rewrite history due to his political proximity to the Jonathan administration. He further alleged that Obi's former bank, Fidelity Bank, helped ex-minister Diezani Alison Madueke launder money during that era.
Are you serious?
So he dared Obi and his obedient movement to organize mass protests against the current administration, criticizing their lack of street-level activism. According to Showore, stop gaslighting Nigerians. You have never led any protest in your life.
Are you serious? You that have been leading protest, where are you? What have you achieved? Go and contest a local government election in your state, Ondo State, and see whether you will pass. No, Showore, everybody just like to insult Obi.
I don't understand. The guy don't suffer, man.
It's because he doesn't know how to answer them. Showore, Peter Obi has been a governor, 2-term governor. He has been a chairman of a bank in in UK. Try any of those things.
But my question is that why is Showore coming to?
That is what I'm telling you. That guy, I don't believe in what he's doing. You are protesting. What have your protests gained for you and your followers? What have you gained from it? Everybody just wake up at this. So all this while that Peter Obi is going about this political career in a gentle and decent manner, it is not good. He had to turn into a thug in order to succeed, Abi.
But Barrister, why can't all this?
That was how they killed Funshaw William, because we were becoming too. And we don't know who killed him.
Why can't all these top opposition voices come together and speak as one, even if they're not in a political party?
We have not learned any lesson. We have not learned any lesson. Esther, you see, we are one doing ourselves. Nigeria, psychologically, they have put it in our head that except you are violent, you will not succeed in Nigeria.
No, not everyone. Not all Nigerians. Is that not what they are pushing Peter Bito? No, don't say they. Sure.
No, all the people, you said all the big wigs. Look at the senior president. With all he did in Akwa Ibom and NDDC. He's not a big man.
He has always been a big man.
With all the, yes, now he's a big man now. Yes, nobody can cross his path. Is that what you call politics? I'm telling you, in a Senate crime, all the people will be in jail for going against the democratic norm, for going against electoral guidelines. Election about campaign about that. Look at electoral material all over the place.
I heard there is massive campaign. Posters are flying up and down, and it's not yet time for them to do that.
Said, okay, let Peter B try one now. Let the vote appear anywhere now. You see what will happen. They will come here and blame me. Why did he start campaign when it has not started? These people that have started it now, they are the ones that are above the law. Who are you to challenge them? That is what they want Nigeria to become.
But even if Peter Obi wants to start campaigning with what now? Why? With which party?
No, hold on. If let him even start, if at all, there are people that are campaigning. They have no platform yet. They just want to create awareness. But on a more serious note, Esther, this thing that people are praising now, please, is that how we are going to succeed as a nation?
I don't know.
The one we caused yesterday, we are still suffering it today, and we are still committing more. At least when somebody is inside a hole, inside a pit, you stop digging now so that somebody can rescue you. We are in a pit already, and Nigerians willingly they are digging the pit more and more by supporting what is wrong. On what basis will you support all this brigandage? Tell me, on what basis? Most of our leaders that died out of political activity or assassination and all that, have we found out who killed them? Have we found out? No, we have not found out. And you are now talking that Peter Obi should become a thug in order to succeed.
No, they're not saying. I just saw everybody just the cook on top of my head. He talk 1, then talk 10. He talk 2, then talk 20.
He should not mind them. I said he should. At the end of the day, the Israelites now, the Jews now, maybe they are looking for Jesus Christ. The same man they crucified every Sunday now. They go to church and ask for forgiveness. Who is now the foolish person here?
Personality.
Who is the foolish person?
Every time you want to present evidence, Bible can you go Bible.
Is there any book greater than is there any book
Bible?
Is there any book greater than the Bible? Tell me what they said there that is going to pass and it's not happening. Mention one. Esther, mention one. All the things that was said, is it not happening? Even before medical science, the Bible told you how women will suffer before they bring out children. Is it not going on today? Is that not what is going on? Tell me one thing, and that you, the man, you will suffer, you will till the ground before you eat. Is that not what is going on today? So tell me that thing that is in the Bible that is not true. But you people neglect it, thinking that you get on in life. Let me see.
Barrister Darlington, President Tinubu government has promised us that to curtail the effect of terrorism, they are starting up some manufacturing firms. In fact, before the end of 2025, those local manufacturing firms will start producing drones, weapons. In fact, they said by this year end, they will start exporting in 2026. Let me tell you, this was by the Minister of Defense, Badaru. Badaru is revealing that 10 of the 53 companies under the Defense Industrial Complex have commenced production of drones, aircraft components, helmets, safety vests. Barrister Darlington, this is a good initiative. It means that the government is working hard to ensure that we no longer have to rely on the importation of arms and weaponry. Right here, they can produce weapons and fight Boko Haram. The concerted effort and the financial gains from this administration into the Nigerian military or Nigerian defense system is already working. So don't you think that will engineer local production, create job opportunities, and at the same time fight Boko Haram? You're not seeing any effective positive outlook with the efforts of this administration. Why?
I disagree with you.
Why, Barrister Darlington?
Is it not obvious? Esther, before Buhari went to buy Tucano jet in America, what did he tell us? Please, can you remember? Were you not promised that with this Tucano jet now, this in fact the war is over? What
did you call it, Buhari? What did you call the administration?
The plane he bought, where are they?
Wait now.
Hold on. No. Did he go to his village with it? Hold on, Esther, hold on, please. Let's take this one by one. Whether Buhari or not, the plane he bought, that deadly air fighter, did he carry it to his village when he was going? Where are they? You can see Esther now. So that thing they produce in America, and this thing you are talking about, which one is deadlier in handling these people? Which one is deadlier?
Barrister Darlington, they say now small tortoise they reach in.
I am telling you now, say that thing the Buhari bought with all that huge amount of money, if that thing could not do the job and it's parked somewhere, because I know Buhari did not carry it to his village, if they are still there, you have not used it, you have not even tried one day to use it. They are parked somewhere here rotting, and you are talking of the drone that the terrorists are already using against you. So this is the time for you to start manufacturing your own, Abi. Meanwhile, terrorists are already deploying their own.
Barrister Darlington, let's allow our people to talk. 08036. Wait, now we're going to talk and make them they talk inside. 08036929933. That's the number for you to call, and the WhatsApp number is 0817175638. 0817175638. That's the WhatsApp number. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Esther.
Sir?
This is Babo. Okay.
Babo, how are you, sir?
How now? How you doing?
I'm fine.
You know, say when barrister one-on-one.
Okay.
And I would love to meet him one-on-one because that man is talking our mind. He's really talking our mind, Nigerians' minds. So what I'm trying to tell you is that anytime the man is in the studio with you, allow him to talk.
Yeah, I shouldn't interject. I shouldn't let him.
Him.
Okay, Mr. Babu.
Wait. I know you are really doing your work as a journalist. Yes, I highly appreciate what you are doing. But when he's talking the reality, allow him to finish.
Okay.
Because what we are seeing in Nigeria today, we've not experienced it at all in any form, in any kind, in any way. So what we are seeing today is completely shenanigans. I'm not talking English, so I'm just trying to explain myself. I'm not talking English. Esther, please, Barrister Darlington.
My brother.
This is Babo talking. And I love the way you talk authoritatively. You fear nobody. At what age do we need to fear?
I wonder, my brother.
Who are we going to fear now? If I die now, I did not die young, I did not die old.
I wonder.
All right,
So what
Papa.
are we talking?
Thank you very much for calling. All right, we'll try to restrict calls to like a minute, 60 seconds or 70 seconds.
Yes,
okay.
It is for posterity so that tomorrow somebody will not come here and say nobody talk now. We did not say anything. Shebi, when this will happen, what did you say?
Hello. Hello.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine. Good evening. Your name and where you're calling us from, please.
Remy from Akoka.
Remy from Alcoca. Remy, please go ahead.
Remy.
Good evening, Valentine.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. I'm fine. If I were to be Peter Obi, I would stay clear anything concerning Nigerian politics. Peter Obi will be fine to leave this earth. He's okay financially.
What are you saying?
And Nigerians should stop this waiting for a Messiah to come and rescue you. Nobody's coming to rescue you. From time memorial, the rich are going to fight for the poor. It is only the poor that fight for themselves. So it's high time we come together and realize who our enemies are. If I were to be Obi, I would take care of this political stuff of everything, because they make it seem as if they are doing Obi a favor. It's probably everything you get. The likes of Showore is no different. It's the same thing as this guy, VDM, what's his name? The very dark man.
Really?
To me, the way he acts these days, any little thing you see them coming out to douse tension of things, and the next thing is they distract Nigerians. They distract us from, okay, look at the cost of things in the market. Look at daily life of Nigerians. Can you treat properly?
At all.
Energy is something else. Who can afford energy for now?
Before, who they eat fish in Nigeria?
Before you know it, so whenever you raise his head, you start talking, VDM will come to, you hear the VDM. It is whenever there's an issue on ground to treat, that is when they will come with. I heard you, were you the one on another station? They interviewed Showore yesterday and they were asking him, why this same question, why is it that whenever there's an issue to treat, that is when you guys come up with one thing or the other? That is when we are looter. They are not going to distract Nigerians from their daily pains. If I were Obi, I would stay clear of this political stuff. Let us deal with our problem. When time reach, somebody go beg you to enter street to revolt. When time reach, nobody go beg you. Obi does not need your vote to live fine. It's okay. But can you and I afford the daily stuff? Can we?
All right, Remy, thank you so much. All right, we need to take calls. All right. Hello. Good evening. 08036929933. 08036929933. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Hello. Hello. Good evening. All right, kindly call back. We can't hear you. 08036929933. 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening, Pastor Dari. Barrister Dari.
Well done, no.
My name is Sam. I'm calling from Abure.
All right, sir. Turn down the volume of your radio.
It's all right. Let me. All right. Barrister Dari.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for representing the masses and the mind of the suffering ones. You are saying exactly what we believe in and what will happen. And as for Obi should not stay clear of the Nigerian politics. You see, one of the characteristics of strength is being peaceful. And thank God that Obi is exhibiting that character. And therefore, we, the obedient, we believe in him. Even if whatever they want to do with the Labour Party, let them go ahead and do it. Yes. The Nigerian masses will rally around Obi when the time comes.
Exactly.
So we are not afraid of them. And we are not afraid of their propaganda and all that they are trying to create about, this confusion and all that. It is distraction. Don't follow them. Don't be mindful of them. Whatever they are doing, don't be mindful of them. We know where we stand and who we stand with. And when the time comes, the Nigerian public will decide on who to follow. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now, however, again, we can actually laudably say that politicians are literally just utilizing the senses of people. So if you go to INEC's official handle on X, right, you'll see that INEC has written that they are yet to make a decision on disagreements in the Labour Party. They are saying, according to what they are saying, our attention has been drawn to some media reports claiming that the Commission has recognized certain persons as the National Chairman and National Secretary of the Labour Party, that the reports also infer that the Commission has restored a particular individual as the National Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, that the reports are false and misleading. The Commission has not made any decision in respect of either the Labour Party or PDP, that the names of the national officers of Labour Party had previously been uploaded on the website following a court order not related in any way to the latest judgment of the Supreme Court. Why do we always have this back and forth about this?
Which do we follow?
This is INEC's official handle. This is INEC's official handle.
It's either they are listening to us or they have listened to.
They had to respond. This is about 40-something minutes ago.
Exactly, they had to listen. They are listening to everybody, and I was surprised because this is a Supreme Court judgment. And I read that particular paragraph, so I don't believe that INEC could. But if they say that, no problem.
So who now put it out there?
Esther, leave propagandists. They can do anything
in all the media forums.
Leave that thing. I thank God they are listening to all of us. They are listening to us. If not, they wouldn't have come up with this thing. Just now.
All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Lawal Ekundayo. I'm calling from.
Mr. Lawal. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yes.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yes. What I just want to say is that when there's need for solution, all hands has to be on deck.
Okay.
What I mean by all hands is that, one, protest is a form of sensitization and giving people confidence that some people are ready to lead the struggle to emancipate the people. So people should not go against or talk against anybody who is doing a protest.
Okay.
It has to be done because it's a way of sensitizing the people. Then second, Peter Obi in his own side is being careful. I like that because they are waiting for him and they want to use anything he says or do against him as a propaganda to try and disqualify him or dissuade people from the truth. That's why he's being careful, and that's why you see sometimes politicians will use spokespersons. There are spokespersons that will speak for them at some point. It's a way of trying to be careful.
Okay.
Now, another thing is that Nigerians, I keep saying it, that Nigerians are looking for direction.
Yes.
They are looking for direction, and some of these politicians who are not doing the right thing understand that Nigerians are looking for direction, so they are trying to dissuade Nigerians with every propaganda that they can do.
Oh, wow.
That is why they are doing all these things, and that's why sometimes I Showore is somebody I like, but sometimes he doesn't behave like a politician. A politician has to find a way by which he has to work with some people that he knows that they have the same agenda. You have the agenda of moving Nigeria forward. Peter Obi has the agenda of
Nigeria forward. Oh, Mr. Lawal,
not condemning yourselves. So that is just what I want to say.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for calling in.
Esther,
sir?
There is no adult who doesn't know what is good and what is bad. Abi?
Yes.
So when he got to the point of say, why am I in this condition? Will somebody tell you what to do?
No, nobody. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello. Good evening. How are you, sir?
Good evening. This is Chibunzo from Surulere.
All right, sir. Go ahead. You're on speaker, or are you somewhere that is you're echoing seriously?
Okay. This is let me go straight away. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, but the echo. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes. This is an issue of the masochists and the sadists.
Hi. Sorry, sir. Bele, please kindly call us back, all right? 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello.
Good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. My greetings to Barrister Darlington.
Well done, sir.
Barrister Darlington, let me add another title to your name,
Sir, you didn't tell us your name. You didn't tell us your name, sir.
This is ACN from Amward, okay?
All right, sir.
Yes. By Valentine has earned the title of Onunekurora, one of Nigeria, amongst all his titles.
Esther, did you hear that?
Yes, I've
You
heard.
better watch it.
Yes, Onunekurora, one of Nigeria. And concerning the Esther,
Sir.
I want you to take this to the bank, okay?
All right, sir.
In the Nigeria we have as at today, there is no one politician that can stand shoulder to shoulder with Obi.
In fact,
And that's why you are seeing all this attack from
Exactly.
left, right, front and back.
exactly.
In a free and fair election today in Nigeria,
Yeah. Not
there is no one politician.
that can beat
Name them.
Yeah.
They are Abure, join them
Yeah, exactly.
together. They cannot stand Obi
There's a fact.
one on one. None. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So Obi should just endure.
As if-
He has been enduring. He should just endure.
Exactly.
The masses are with him.
Exactly.
And just like Barrister Darlington said, when the people are with you, there are no amount of evil that will prevail over you.
Abi?
The man has gone through a lot on just criticisms coming from left and right. Anytime the man speaks, it's as if the whole opposition, the whole ruling party, the whole personal advisors, even those who have no political relevance, they just want to feast on him.
I'm telling you.
But the more they do that, the more stronger the man
Because,
is coming.
yes.
Have they sat down one day to ask themselves, why is it that this man, we are throwing everything at him, rather than to diminish, he is increasing even the more.
Abi?
So I can tell you that the masses are with Peter Obi,
Yes.
the masses are with Peter Obi,
Yes.
but the biggest mistake Peter Obi will do is to deputize anybody in any election, because there is no candidate out there that is better than him. As of today,
Exactly.
as of today.
All right.
So this
thank
is
you.
just what I want to tell you, Esther Wajugu.
Thank you
And
very
thank you for
much.
giving me enough time to speak today.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank
Hello, good evening. How are
Hello.
you?
A fact.
Good evening,
fact.
sir.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. My regards to the barrister in the studio. My name is Mui. I'm calling from New York.
Oh, we thank you.
Why are we making? Yeah, I've been listening to you so many times, but I don't have the opportunity to call in. I just look into the call. Let me say this: why are we making the same mistakes? What is wrong with us, Nigeria?
I wonder-
Please and please, my
I
people,
wonder.
don't talk about Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not a visionary leader. He doesn't have anything in his head to take Nigeria anywhere. When you're talking about Showore, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, those are the people you talk about that can take Nigeria forward, not Obi. Why are you people making this? Let me tell you something. You're gonna be from pan to fire. You think Obi was in PDP? He was in PDP. He's a PDP member before. Don't talk about him. Let's pray that somebody like Showore, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Period. Those two people, don't even compare them with Obi. Obi is looking for money.
Are you
Please.
serious?
It irritates me when I hear people calling Obi just because Obi won the election. How did he win the election? He didn't win now. He was in PDP. He was in PDP. He was there with them with Sharaki, Atiku. It's because they didn't give him the ticket. Imagine they gave him the ticket. Sharaki, Atiku will be in his government. Come on, man. Come on. What is wrong with
So we
us?
should talk about Showore. We should talk about Nnamdi Kanu.
Let me
Okay.
answer, please. If
Thank you.
Showore wins an election today, who will he work with? Tell me that person that's behind Showore.
Okay.
One person, that is one responsible Nigerian.
Hello, good evening. He has supporters. Good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is M. Mari.
Sir, you there on top bike? Breeze they blow.
No, for the drive.
Oh, okay, sir.
I hope it's not
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
Sir? Yes.
You better pack, oh.
You see that man who just spoke now that Obi is doing this or that. He's a foolish man. Sorry to say that.
No, I'm not going to allow this to go.
God Almighty.
What is it? Please don't call here and insult anybody. I will cut you off. No vile language, no denigration, no slander, no defamation. This is voice of the people and we are decent. I beg in the name of God.
No, Esther,
Thank you very
so
much.
you answer that
Hello,
man.
good evening.
Yes.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine. Greetings to Mr. Darlington.
All right, sir.
Fine, sir. My name is Onyeku Christopher. I'm calling from Ikeja GRA.
All right, Mr. Onyeku, please go ahead.
Please, I want to say something.
Yes, sir.
Nigeria is our country, and this is the only nation we have.
Okay.
So by the time we allow these politicians rule this country for us, I don't know where we are going to go to tomorrow when time comes.
Is that not why we are shouting?
And secondly, in case of Mr. Peter Obi, Esther, if you read the Bible too well, you will come across a place where the Israelites don't even believe anything good will come out of Nazareth.
True. Yes.
But that is where the Savior of the world came out from today. As I'm talking to you today, no matter what they want to say, we are just patiently waiting for 2027. And gradually, hunger, hardship is uniting Nigeria. You see this religion, tribalism, ethnicity that has been rampaging us with hunger, pain, and what we are seeing in market today. The same market an Igbo man is going, that's where Yoruba man is going, that's where an Hausa man is going.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
It's uniting us. We are becoming one gradually. So they should just come and wait for us, Nigeria. Nigerians are coming.
Thank you,
and
sir.
when the time reach, we will tell them who we want and who we don't want.
Exactly,
thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for calling.
I celebrate you, my dear.
080-3692-9933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Please calling from Aja.
Chooks, how are you today?
Calling fine. Greetings to Barista.
All right, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I want to tell you that until we de-emphasize promoting a particular candidate, because it's not only a particular ethnic group that is going to vote. You should promote a sense of belonging to all and sundry.
Okay.
A vote matters. And that is what I just want to say.
All right.
Please.
What do you mean by promoting? Are you referring to Nigerians calling in terms of promotion?
I didn't get you.
You said we should promote. Are you referring to those who are calling, who are, mentioning their preferred persons?
Especially mentioning names.
We should not mention names that are in the news, Mr. Chooks. I don't understand.
Everybody is feeling
Mr. Chooks, I don't understand where your trail of thought is going. This is what is top stories and the news we're talking about. Names are mentioned. We should not mention the names. I don't get. And who is promoting who?
No, the people that are advertising their candidature when the electoral campaign have not started.
But the president, people of the supporters of the president, everyone, Atiku, Shegun Showme of the PDP, they are all in the news. They've been responding to questions. They've been touting themselves. This is what is trending in the politics. This is what they're talking about. Hello? 080-3692-9933. Hello, good evening. How are you, sir? Sorry for keeping you. I apologize. Hello? Hello? Hello, good evening, sir. How are you? What's your name?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's your name? Hello? Or maybe it's the network. Calling on WhatsApp. 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call, and the WhatsApp number to send your messages to 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello, good evening. How are you? Right, the network has begun. 080-3692-9933. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Turn down the volume of your radio.
Okay, I greet you.
You haven't turned down the volume of your radio.
I'm out of there.
All right, what's your name? Hello?
Hello?
What's your name, sir?
I'm Mr. Yamu.
Mr. Yamu, please go ahead.
Okay, I want to talk about the people who are castigating P2B and everything they are saying about it. They just want to demoralize him. And this man is just as smart as a lion. Look at how he gets silent.
Exactly.
In all they are doing, in all they are saying, he gets silent. That's the pattern of a white lion. So we are with him. Let him continue to them now. Like the other man said, hungry has joined us together, and we are still hungry. And I don't know what they want to use to compare to us this time around that will make us to vote for them. Even though they want to say they want to take the election by fire by force, we will take it from them by fire by force. We are ready for them. This APC. Tell them that we Nigerians are ready for them. Thank you.
All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Hello. Yes. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. Additional was is my name. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Additional was is my name. I'm calling from. Yes. Additional was is my name. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
All right, sir. Go ahead.
And good evening to your guest.
Good evening.
Let me tell you, that we like it or not, as far as I'm concerned, no single politician you can bring up.
Aye. Why now?
What now?
Oh God. Hello.
So who will not?
It's the network. Why network? Don't do this. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Call back.
Hello. Hello. Those of you calling on WhatsApp, why don't you call on the normal line now?
They can't get through there and it's crowded.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
My name is Ralph, calling from Satellite Town.
All right, Mr. Ralph, please go ahead.
It's so funny and somehow that somebody called that he was supporting Nnamdi and leave it to just because he wanted to please him somehow. He wants to please him somehow. So what has hosted any political party, any political office? So what has hosted any political office? People be 8 years in our president is example. It's true. People is not. Hello.
I can hear you.
Let tell the truth. Well, we know the truth. We're not beating around the bush. If Peter is corrupt, he can't be in this position up to now. He can't even challenge APC from to the election. We know all these things, man. So everybody hates Peter for no reason. Peter cannot be corrupt and stand to face the APC to this test. It's impossible in Nigeria. Talking to you, there's nothing you can talk against Peter. From his primary school to this day, they're not going to talk against him. Let the guy take record. Not just out of hatred to stand up and say that you prefer Nnamdi. Look at this, you prefer Nnamdi. You have been there since 20 years. What have you done? You prefer Nnamdi to somewhere. Richard has held any political office before. From a student union president to be a president of Nigeria. Is it possible?
I wonder.
God bless Sona.
Thank you so much. Hello, Adewas, you called back. Please go ahead.
Aziz, Abi.
Adewas. Hello. Please go ahead.
Madam.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm greeting to your guest.
Yeah. Greetings.
You see, Nigeria, I want us to prepare ourselves. Yes, good evening. I want us to prepare against 2027.
Okay.
Something positive from Peter Obi. It's like disaster in which there's nothing he's going to do for this country. So, good evening. Additional was his man.
So what we prepare for then? Who do? This is APC man.
Hello. Good evening. Hello. Network no they make us enjoy one this evening. All right, let me take some messages right about now. So sorry I cannot continue to take calls, but I if we have a little bit more time after I've been able to read a maximum amount of some of these messages, then I will definitely take your call. I'm going to start off from YouTube for some of you who started off with us from the beginning. Chuka Ekwe, good evening. Good evening to you, Chuka. Thank you so much. Okolo Emalex, good evening. Esther and Darlington, INEC and Judiciary leave Arabambi and Akpakwa. They are paid tools for APC. Peter Obi should be exploring other options. Labour Party has been hijacked by Tinubu. Okolo Emalex, thank you very much. Little mistakes. Shame on Nigerians for being cowards and waiting for God to do what they are to do for themselves. The worst is that we don't know that power is the strongest thing after God. We keep running from it. It's painful. Little mistakes. Nigerians should. Okay, this has gone off. Let me read more messages on this. Austin, you're distracting me. What do you want? Little mistakes. Nigerians should defend their rights with their might, but no, we hope that one day a Messiah will come and deliver them. Oh, my people, stand strong and defend your rights. Boss Nation, we talk day and night not to allow Tinubu. They said we're saying nonsense. Ebenezer Godson, Nigeria. I'm not going to read that out. Okay. Other countries are advancing technology while Nigeria is after APC. Gabriel Ode, Nigerians made a very big big mistake. Ebenezer Godson, to listen to Nigerian news these days is disheartening. Sorry. Tunde Babs TV, this talented must be a sadist. We are waiting for Obi to become president and see your analysis by then. He always analyzes with sentiment and bias, and his people are always happy.
Yes,
Chilled Power, God will not come down from heaven to fix una Nigeria. Chilled Power, Barrister Darlington, Esther Wachuku, God will continue to bless you both. Pastor Vanity Van Ghost, obedient movement members should report Abure and Akpakpa to Amadioha. Don't ask for what. Oh God, Oga Darlington, good afternoon, sir. I am watching live for the first time in Nigeria. I do listen to you in the radio because no data for YouTube, no light. Sorry. Oga, I am now overseas. I am now good. Wow, congratulations to you. Michael Ubadi, you people should continue romancing Nigeria without knowing that you are what did you read? Without knowing that you are digging your collective Guinea. Your collective I'm not digging anything. No. Joseph Agbate, this is APC. Chinasa Dennis, isn't it time we sell this portion of the world and give me my share? Joe Saint, good evening. I just want to ask if Tinubu really paid any country debt. What happened to the loan he took? Or did Tinubu borrow loan from another loan country to pay IMF? You guys, stop this. Our president is working. Come on. Nath Eze, Abure is gone. INEC will update the right name when the time comes. Ngozi Ilo, Barrister Darlington, Esther, good evening. May God continue to strengthen you people. Barrister, thank you so much for speaking the truth always. Mazi Kano will be exonerated. Peter Obi should continue. You didn't finish up on that. My love for Obi is just too much. So calm, so meek, so friendly, and so focused. Abel Asekombi, Ngozi Ilo, Abure is very selfish. What is he dragging in this life when you will not carry out when you pass away? Now, wow, my people die for lack of knowledge. Abure learned something. Little mistake. Sure is sponsored. So Peter Obi is the reason people are suffering and their leaders are enjoying. Now, wow, sure. Okoli Uchechuku, my brother, I'm tired of this nation. Even the leaders and the led. The worst part of it is that we choose to play ethnic and religious cards over competency and sincerity. Chid Power is laughing. When Buhari came, they said give him time. All right. Activists don't make good leaders. Shawara is envious of Peter Obi. He feels that Peter Obi has denied him followership. The likes of Shawara don't make good leaders. Uguto Chuku, MNK said that they are always listening inside their cars, under the bed, inside the restroom. The truth will always give them restless mind. Ola Oluwa Omoni, please pick my call. Ola Oluwa, sorry, we pick calls at random, so we don't see names, okay? But don't worry, keep trying. Shawara is comparing himself with Donald Trump, but how many businesses has he established just like Trump? Sure, go and win local government first. Osaz, so who won the election? Tinubu? Osaz, that's the strategy. Pick Shore and MNK that you know he can't win. All right. Ifeanyi Opodo, the man from New York must be high on something. I think the man was being sarcastic anyways. I think he was just being sarcastic. Little mistakes. That man, okay, the man who called from New York is one of Tinubu's. You guys, be calming down. Be calming down. Who should Obi collaborate with now? We need another like-minded person to support Obi in our pursuit to make Nigeria great. JPay. All right, I think that's all on YouTube. Let me go into WhatsApp. This evening, una WhatsApp plenty gone. My saliva gone, and I didn't take water here to drink. All right. Okay. Good. Very, very good. Now, let me start from this message. I'm going to start from way down. A lot of people have sent messages. Okay, the first one says, good evening, VOP crew. Barrister Darlington, you guys are talking as if you don't know that INEC is an arm of the APC. Even the Supreme Court that fails to give a clear statement of their judgment in the Labour Party saga is also complicit. However, I blame Peter Obi's political naivety as part of the problem he's facing. If he had stood with Atiku in 2023, they would have kicked APC out of Nigeria. Atiku would have also supported him after his tenure. The same thing Tinubu also did for Buhari. Peter Obi cannot do it alone. He has to collaborate. Imagine the new marriage between APGA and APC. The day Obi realizes that presidency is not a one-man race, the better for him. John Mark Innocent. All right, APC got A1 on propaganda and lies. Remember, this was how they said they have defeated Boko Haram, and recently they told Nigerians that Warrior and Port Harcourt refineries are working. Nigerians believe APC and Tinubu at your own peril. Taiwo from Ota. Good evening, Oga Darlington, Man of the Year. Like Daily Faritimi said, you can't bribe your way into power and expect development. It can't happen. This government is like a student who didn't read for exams. When exam came, he borrowed someone to sit for him. After he passed, when he was to come and defend his certificate through interview, he selects someone to come and stand for him. This is what your president did in Chatham House when he appointed Al-Rafai and Barry Nanuga over the question of security and other sectors. Your president couldn't answer questions. No certificate, no competency, only excuses, eye service and propaganda. That is why we are in this nightmare. The worst of us is really the best of us. Truly there was a country. This sounds like Dio from Fagba. All right, Dio, well done for your message. Good evening, Esther and Watchman, Barrister Darlington, Jude from Jao Estate. It's now evident that Abure has been compromised by the ruling party to destabilize Labour Party. 2027 elections will be against APC and Nigerians. Peter Obi should move on and form alliance with any other party. APC is bent on destroying other political parties. APC has told you they're not doing anything. I agree to Esther and Watchman, Barrister Darlington. The West are there watching us like though they don't care. I can't even imagine the kind of government this is. We have politicians ruling us, not leaders. The same Sheikh Tinubu, which some persons are already campaigning for to become Lagos governor, is the one consistent nuisance. And Nance is she a student? What does it have to do with Nance? Annie from Oshodi. All right, good evening, VOK crew. Okay, I think I've read this one. Barrister Darlington, can I take you out of your immediate area of focus? What do you say about Tinubu's defense minister who wants to build factories to produce drones and other military wares for export instead of procuring necessary equipment to end insurgencies, terrorism and banditry in the country? It reminds me of Buhari's former aviation minister who insisted on reviving long-dead Nigerian Airways as subterfuge for diverting billions of dollars. They're looking down on Nigerians' national IQ. I'm okay, Fedi.
This is the man who said he needed 50 billion to procure arms just recently to fight insecurity. He had not procured it. He had not even provided the one to fight insecurity. He's talking of exporting some. Just to make Tinubu feel good and then give him money to go and squander. Abi? We have spent 19 trillion naira on insurgency, yet no result.
All right. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Please tell Mr. Darlington that the day federal government picks him up, people applauding him now will not be there for him. Let him keep rolling his mouth like Obi's mouthpiece he has always been. This is Solomon. Mr. Darlington, you talk as if you're more Nigerian than others. Tui. Solomon. Solomon again.
On what ground are you and your federal government going to pick anybody? On what ground? That you are saying what is not true or what?
All right.
You are in fact, I don't know what to call you. You're on
Barrister Darlington. I'm going to put off your microphone. Do not. Barrister Darlington. What man? Barrister Darlington. Be very careful. But doesn't mean that you should use vile words. Your national radio, Barrister Darlington. All right, you will not have every other person speak in favor of you. You would have persons who will criticize you. All right. All right, Barrister Darlington. Let's continue. Barrister Darlington, if Burkina Faso can offer scholarships from primary to university, what is Nigerians' excuse in the face of escalating poverty, mounting insecurity too? Mr. Babu. Esther, please help me play this video. You will know the cause of Nigerians' problems. Thanks, Godwin from Egbeda. Don't worry, Godwin. Later, not today. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. I understand your pain, sir. I assure you that Nigerians did not vote APC to power. Rather, they forced themselves on Nigerians. But I know that soon God will deal with them the way he dealt with Pharaoh. In Jesus' name, amen. Adako from Igondo. Good evening, Esther and Mr. Darlington. Do you wish to deny that you listened to the audio of Nnamdi Kanu in which he instructed people to attack Lagos and cause destruction? His associates are reportedly providing him with feedback on the damage they've caused. Why are you defending Kanu despite his actions? Ultimately, prosperity will hold everyone accountable. Or you mean posterity? Posterity, not prosperity, okay? Tunde from Ijegun. Barrister Darlington, do you want to respond to Tunde?
Yes, I want to ask a question. Nnamdi Kanu was said to have said something. Please, this other person that have caused more damage than what Nnamdi Kanu was said to have, what are you doing about them? Is that not a genuine question to ask? No, you mean Nnamdi Kanu is the result of is the source of insecurity in Nigeria today? That the man said, protect my people. What is wrong with that? These other people that have surrounded you today, that have taken over your villages, your farmland, you are not talking anything about it. Is Nnamdi Kanu? Shame on you.
All right, good evening, Esther Machcom, Barrister Darlington. Truth is bitter. Barrister Darlington is speaking it raw, unadulterated, no coating of any kind, and that is what Nigeria needs now to change for us to move forward. Others like Tochukwu and the man you brought in on Friday are just speaking Queen and American English. They are theory masters, and that is what kept us where we are today. Hit the hammer on the head of the nail. Matter settled. This is what Barrister Darlington is doing. Kudos from Kingsley in Surulere. Kudos. Are you Kingsley? You're saying that my guests are speaking Queen's English. Is that what you're saying? I will hold you accountable. Good evening. My name is AA from Akowajo. Your guest is just making noise and entertaining Peter Obi supporters. We'll let him continue to deceive himself.
That's all.
AA from Akowajo.
That's all. Did you say anything?
Nothing. Good evening. Your guest is a tribal person. That's the type of people who are destroying the country and incite people against the government because their candidate failed to win. All right, Barrister Darlington, what do you have to say?
You want me to answer this one?
He says that
you didn't say anything. He
says you're a tribal person.
Where is tribalism here, Esther? Please, can you mention what we said here that is tribal in nature? Can you mention that thing since this program started today? Because we are saying that, look, things are not going right. And I gave you a history of APC. How PDP nurtured them, allowed them to grow. When we had this PDP, did you see this kind of thing that's going on today, Esther? If PDP have treated APC like this, would they have come into existence? And we are saying, allow this democracy to grow. Leave all these things you are doing. It will not help us. It will destroy Nigeria. Esther, this thing will destroy Nigeria. And to tell you that this thing is getting out of hand, Seyi Tinubu have taken over.
How? Who said he has taken over?
How did he get involved in Nan's president kidnapping?
Doesn't mean that he has taken over.
No, he has taken over now because he has copied from his father.
You heard the article. Issa Abubakar retract his statement.
Retract what? Did you hear what he said later? Why was the DSS involved in this matter?
Let me continue.
These are students' matters. Why would Seyi Tinubu's name be come up? Why should he come up? Nobody is interested.
Good evening. I don't like what you said yesterday that any party Peter Obi goes, there'll be a crisis. And I want to ask you if it is Peter Obi to be blamed when you know clearly it is INEC and ruling party being responsible for crisis in opposition parties. Leo from Lagos.
I'm telling you.
I didn't say so. I was saying that's what a couple of persons are saying. And as you can see, Akpabio has reiterated the same thing today. It wasn't something that was coming from me. He said, ask the person that said Peter Obi cannot resolve crisis in Labour Party if Tinubu has resolved crisis happening in Nigeria on a daily since he became president. Esther, stop playing devil's advocate. Out of 137 trillion owed all over the globe, a fraction of it just dropped and they claim debt settled. Besides, you know how deceitful they can be. Do you know that the same debt they claim settled today could also turn to be false in a few weeks to come? That's the problem though. This administration, they'll say one thing and tomorrow they'll say they did not say it, and it's back to back. They need to be consistent. Good and beautiful evening to you, Esther and Barrister Darlington. What I wanted to say is, Barrister Darlington, is this: it is not that people, that's the Nigerian citizens, don't know what to do now or before now. We're listening and preparing. No more demonstrations, but earnestly waiting for what the opposition will present. Big and shocking surprise we experienced. Father Ajibodi from Alagbado. All right. Good evening, Sister Risa Wachwan Oga Agumor. Regards to the administration saying we're no longer owing IMF, please, sister, if I may ask, do you believe them? Remember, it's the same party that said Nigerians will be the most poorest nation in the whole world come 2027. So what about China, France? Have they paid? See, this administration is full of lies and deceit. Mahmoud, the INEC chairman, put us in this mess. He betrayed Nigerians just as Judas Iscariot did to Jesus Christ, announcing election results in the midnight when Nigerians were asleep. Yes, Mahmoud will be looking at himself as an achiever of cool wealth. No, quote me, he is dying in silence because of the blood money in his hands, and that is why he cannot be like late Humphrey Umosu. VOP, keep flying the flag higher. May God's empathy continue to rest upon you and all the fans and family. Akinora Kingsley from Yaba. All right, thank you for your message. Esther and Barrister Darlington, thank you so much for doing a good job. We thank God that voting and election has its consequences. We're really reaping the whirlwind of our jobs. Esther, only 10 people from Buhari's government and this Tinubu government can pay whatever amount Nigeria is owing the World Bank. So whatever this government is paying is nothing to write home about. AJ from Abure. In addition, all right, the Army girl pilot that knows how to use the Tucano jets has been killed in barracks. Okay, this person asked me to watch a video. Okay, good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. Those mocking Peter Obi are envious and afraid he's not like them. Those reaping in this corrupt and faulty system don't want him to sanitize it. As for Abure, I think he's holding on to power to cover up his financial mess during the last election. On the video evidence for Kanu's case at court, former President Buhari said he doesn't know the technology used to create the video of Ganduje stuffing dollars inside his babariga. So Kanu's videos might be fake and computer generated. Okay, from Chief Udo. All right, Chief Udo. Good evening, my dear presenter, Madam Esther, and our honorable guest, Professor, Pastor, Prophet, Barrister Darlington. Good evening, sir. The Lord is your strength, sir. My name is Taiwo Olabadi from Iyesin Ota. Sir, thank you for educating us on the state of the nation, sir. You said more than enough, sir, and it's like you are taking it personal, but it's not because Nigerians generally are not happy with the state of the nation. And I want you to believe that the lovers of propaganda will never believe in what you are saying, sir. Please continue with the good work you are doing. All right, well done for your message. Good evening, Queen Esther and VOP Shakanadi from Alaboro. Akwabi say Peter Obi can't not settle fight in Labour Party. Is Boko Haram he go fit fight? Have APC finished fighting the Boko Haram, if I may ask him? Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. I said it yesterday that Peter Obi should forget Labour Party or any other existing party because no party is free from APC's infection. They are laced with landmines. Obi from a new party, I suggest you name it Alliance for New Nigeria. Anaklet Anobunwa from Alagbado. Democracy. Okay, good evening, VOP. Great job, Barrister. The day of reckoning is coming, like Kanu says. Continue your work. Children of negativity. Tinubu, remove the future of your children from IMF debtors list. You know you always have sorrowful news to share. Praise God, Soludo just commissioned newly government house for the first time. Democracy was never practiced anywhere as it is written down. All right. Good evening, Esther and Barrister Darlington. Good evening, sir. My name is Izuchukwu from Ikenesu Aguda. Please, what I want to talk about this issue of Showore talking about will be the truth is that Showore is working for APC. That is what I know because Showore is among those who brought APC into power. I could remember that, so I'm not surprised to see him behaving like this because he's still working for APC till today. Forget all this, his castigating about Tinubu and others. He knows what he's doing. He's just deceiving people to believe him. That's it. Thank you and God bless you. Wow, you guys, your messages are so many and we need to wrap up. Barrister Darlington, what do you have to say? Sorry if I can't take more of your messages. I sincerely do apologize. All right, go ahead, sir.
Nigerians, for the opt-in time, you cannot make mistakes severally and start looking for somebody to blame. The opportunities you have tried and tested, you have endured a lot. If by 2027 you make another for whatever reason, my dear, I'll be here to tell you sorry. You cannot say you did not hear. When Jesus came here, it was only his words that he used to change the world. He told his people what to do. And some of them who did it, they are now moving on. Those who refused, they are gnashing their teeth. So if you think you eat by violence, continue. But if you think that a peaceful Nigeria will bring progress for you and your children, the ball is in your court.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll come to a wrap on the evening rush. Today is already 1 minute past 9 o'clock. Sorry if I couldn't take some of your calls and read most of your messages. I sincerely do apologize. We'll see you tomorrow. My name is Esther Wachiku, ESTIQMEDIA on YouTube, Esther Waz on Instagram, Estic Media as well on X. Have yourself an amazing day at VOP 903 across all media platforms. Bye for now.